And the Indian Sports Network is on the air again. Here we are for the boys' game of the Elsberry Indians versus the Wellsville-Middletown Tigers. Oh, by the way, this is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry High School in Elsberry, Missouri, but I think you probably figured that one out already. So I got kind of a late start getting on this broadcast. I was sitting here talking with an old friend that I haven't seen in a long time. And he's the grandfather of some of these players out here, and knew him years ago and just haven't talked to him for quite a while. But anyway, let me go over the rosters tonight. Don't have time to talk about a whole lot of stuff. Go over the rosters. On the roster for Wellsville, number 1, Clayton Ebers. Number 3, Dennis Hunt. Number 11, Isaac Sebo. Number 15, C.J. Cord. Number 20, Jacob Mandrell. Number 23, Mitchell Canterbury. Number 24, Mason Guzzi. Number 25, Jamal Mahaney. Number 30, Keaton Mays. Number 31, Lucas Moore. Number 33, Blaze Wright. Number 35, Brandon Hill. And number 41, Logan Percival. Number for the Elsberry Indians. Number 1, Cody Thornhill. Number 2, Joel Mound. Number 3, Trevor Asher. Number 4, Deshaun Dodson. Number 5, Eli Gladney. Number 10, Bryce Irving. Number 11, Caden Kinsler. Number 12, Kyle Turnbull. Number 14, Colby Twellman. Number 20, Gavin Reller. Number 22, Kane Sadler. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Gabriel Hill. Number 50, Bo Henry. And number 54, Evan Wilson. The all-time record here for between Elsberry and Wellsville-Middletown for the boys is 5 games to 1 with Elsberry with the 5 games. Their last meeting was the 29th of January last year, and Elsberry won that game 67-46 in Wellsville. So the streak right now is 2 wins for Elsberry, so hopefully we can make it 3 wins. Coming into this game, the Wellsville-Middletown Tigers are 8-9 on the season, and the Elsberry Indians are 3-18, having won their last game the other night. Elsberry has put up 35.8 points per game, while Wellsville's put up 55.1 points per game. Elsberry's allowed 58.6 points per game, and Wellsville has allowed 53.3. So pretty good difference, pretty good spread difference there. Wellsville is averaging about 20 more points per game, almost 20 points per game more than Elsberry, and they're allowing 5 points less per game. So it's, like I said, hopefully Elsberry has been improving every game. So let's just see how they do tonight. So let's take a quick break here before this game gets started. We have about 2.5 minutes till this game is going to start.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, as the Elsberry High School band plays their fight song, trying to get the crowd riled up before the game even starts. Of course, we've already been warmed up with the JV game earlier that the Elsberry won, and then the girls just won their game a few minutes ago. What was the final score on that one? It was, yeah, I don't have it in front of me. Yes, I do. 34-24 Elsberry. Starting tonight for Wellsville-Middletown is number 1, Clayton Ebers. Number 11, Isaac Seabaugh. Number 23, Mitchell Canterbury. Number 25, Jamal Mahaney. And number 30, Keaton Mays. Now the starting lineup for the hometown Elsberry Indians. Cody Thornhill, number 1, starting his senior night. Number 5, Eli Gladney. Number 11, Caden Kinsler. Number 24, Jake Reimel, the other senior on the team. And Bo Henry, number 50. That is a starting lineup for the Elsberry Indians. All right, it's going to be Isaac Seabaugh for Wellsville jumping against Bo Henry. Bo Henry has a few inches on him. So we get ready to go. 8 minutes on the clock, first quarter. Game ready to start. And that ball went over to Wellsville, so they start the game with the offense. The boys' game's always a lot faster than the girls' games. There's a three-point attempt, no good, and Reimel up with the rebound. Underneath, Eli Gladney puts it up and in. Elsberry scores first. There's a long three-point attempt, no good, and Bo Henry with the rebound, gives it over to Reimel. Reimel to Thornhill, and he's up for 2 points. And timeout called by Wellsville, as with 1 minute and 4 seconds gone in this game, Elsberry's pulled up a 4-0 lead. Let's take a quick break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents.
All right, here we go. Wellsville with the ball. That is Canterbury bringing it across the line. They get the ball in deep to number 1, and that is Clayton Ebers, and he has 2 points. All right, Elsberry down the court. Jake Reimel tries putting it up. Can't get the shot to drop, but he does draw the foul. That foul was on number 30, Keaton Mays. First foul of the game, so that's his first foul of the night. Jake Reimel on the line for free throws. First shot is good. Makes it a 5-2 game. Second shot rolls in. All right, that is Jamal Mahaney over there, and the ball is stolen by Thornhill. Reimel has it. Kinsler back to Thornhill. Reimel drives the line, takes it up, and the shot does not drop in, but he draws the foul. And that foul is on number 30, Keaton Mays. That's his second. Reimel on the line for another couple of free throws. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. 3 for 3. 5-point lead for Elsberry. 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Jake Reimel is 4 for 4. Once again, Wellsville with the ball. Pass right into the hands of Thornhill. He slowed it up. All right, now we have Kinsler out on the point. And he's going to take it right up the middle, puts it up and in. Wellsville with the ball coming down the floor again. 3-point attempt, no good. Wellsville with the rebound, gets it back out. And they send it back out on the point, try to set something up. They looked at a couple different options there and didn't like any of them. And that ball stolen out of the air by Eli Gladney, and Jake Reimel has it now, brings it up. And he takes it up, and it gets stuffed back. And Wellsville has it. Underneath, and big athletic move there by Dennis Hunt. Makes the score 10-4. Caden Kinsler with the ball now. Takes it around here to the near side, gives it over to Bo Henry, who's out on the point. Underneath to Jake Reimel, he puts it up, and it falls in. Right underneath, and it's sent back out again, and that's going to be a foul on Thornhill. That's his first of the night. Second team foul on Elsberry. Reimel and Thornhill come out. Joel Mound and Kane Sadler go in. Give the two seniors some breathe. Underneath, the shot is good, and that is Dennis Hunt for another 2 points. Elsberry gets the ball down deep. Now underneath to Kane Sadler, and he's up for 2 points. Good athletic move there. And there's a three-pointer for Isaac Seaball. Makes the score 14-9, still a 5-point lead for Elsberry. Gladney out to Mound, who's on the point. Now Bo Henry has the ball knocked out of his hand. And now he's going to just drive up and no good. And that ball last touched by Wellsville. So it's out of bounds to Elsberry. And Kinsler with the ball out on the point now. Ball stolen by Canterbury. And he just takes up, dishes it off. Shot was no good. He dished it off to Mahaney. The shot was no good, and Elsberry gets the rebound and brings it back down. 2 shots from right underneath for Wellsville, and neither one of them would drop in. Tried to get the ball over the top to Kane Sadler, and Mahaney was able to jump in there and knock the ball away, and it went off of Elsberry. So it's Wellsville's ball, 14-9. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. That heck of a save there for Wellsville to keep that from going over and back. And ball lost again by Wellsville, but then they were able to save it. Driving the line, and nobody was able to get it. All right, what do we have been called? Okay, that was a foul called on Mitchell Canterbury. That's his first. So some pressure being put on now by Wellsville. Minute 26 to go in the first quarter. Reimel has the ball, gets it over to Mound. And Mound gets it across the timeline. Reimel takes it in, puts it up and in. Reimel with 8 points already in the first quarter. Ball knocked away by Mound and then loses it back to Wellsville. Now the ball stolen by Kinsler, and he's just going to take it to the house. 2 points for Caden Kinsler. 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. Score is 18-9, Elsberry over Wellsville. And once again, Kinsler stole it. Reimel now lost control of the ball, but Mound got it. Kinsler had his shot blocked. And everybody's losing. Everybody's losing the ball. Shot there by Reimel did not go in. 1 second to go. And that shot was no good. And that is the end of the first quarter. The score is 18-9, Elsberry over Wellsville. So let's go ahead and take a quick break here.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Season to donate $400 to the St. Jude's Hospital this year.
All right, having a little ceremony out on the center. The FFA and the both varsity teams, girls and boys. And all right, what this was, the FFA is donating $1 for each free throw, and both teams achieved $200, which was their goal. So a $400 check going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So good cause there. Congratulations to each team and the FFA for stepping up. Change my quarter over here. This game's going at a pretty good clip. Having a little more trouble keeping up here. All right, Elsberry's ball to start this second quarter. 18-9 lead. It's a precarious 9-point lead, though. Hey, got to get, okay, I was going to say he got to get rid of it. That's why it's precarious. There was a pass to nobody. So turnover to Wellsville. Long pass here, three-point attempt, no good, and Thornhill up with the rebound, gets it to Reimel. Reimel has it out on the point, over to Gladney. He takes a quick three-point shot, no good, and rebound by Ebers for Wellsville. They get it in deep, now back out on the point. And that ball was off of Bo Henry's foot, so it'll be Wellsville's ball out of bounds. Wellsville comes up with it. A lot of mishandling of the ball. Cody Thornhill really playing a heck of a game tonight. Kane Sadler out on the point. They're taking turns out on the point. And Jake Reimel up with another 2 points. Just drove hard into the basket. 20-9 is the score. Wellsville, once again, passing it around on the outside. A little more trouble getting it in, but they've got some perimeter shooters. And that foul is on Bo Henry. That's his first. That puts Keaton Mays on the line for 2 shots. And the first shot is good. Second shot coming up. And it's good. Keaton Mays 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Ball knocked out of bounds by Wellsville. Eli Gladney just sort of let him come up and knock it out of his hand. Thornhill out and Mound in. Pass a little bit out of control from Reimel to Gladney, and it went over his head and out of bounds. Turnover to Wellsville. Score of 20-11. 5:50 to go in the first half. 3-point attempt, no good. Wellsville with the rebound. A little out of control pass there, came back to Wellsville. Good move there. That was number 11, Isaac Seabaugh, for 2 points. 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 Ball stolen away by Wellsville. Up and in for number 23, Mitchell Canterbury, for his first 2 points of the night, and Elsberry has to call a timeout. 4 unanswered points here for Wellsville. Puts the score at 20-15. Full timeout called by Elsberry. Let's take a break.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Okay, we are back. And Elsberry's been looking very good for the most part, but Wellsville is not going to just go away. So they need to play defense. Well, they need to play their offense a little bit better. They're once again, too many turnovers. This seems to be a night of turnovers. In the girls' game, there was lots of turnovers. And there seems to be plenty here tonight. The fouls aren't too awful bad. Wellsville has 3 team fouls, and Elsberry has 2. Okay, they get the ball in. Jake Reimel's going to bring it up the floor. Gets it back to Kinsler, and he has the ball stolen away from him. And Jamal Mahaney tried driving in, and that foul is on Caden Kinsler. It puts Mahaney on the line for 2 free throws. First shot is good. 20-16. Wellsville inching back closer. Second shot's no good, and Wellsville gets the rebound. Three-point attempt, no good. And that ball knocked around right at the out-of-bounds line. And not turnover, but the possession goes to Elsberry. Score is 20-16. And Wellsville steals the ball again. And foul is called on that shot. And another foul on Caden Kinsler. That's 2 for him. And he comes out of, he was going to come out of the game. Mahoney, first shot is no good for Mahaney. He's 1 for 3 from the line. Second shot is no good. And on that rebound, it goes over to Elsberry. Let's see if they can get the ball across the line now. It's been trouble all year getting the ball across the line, and it's showing up again tonight. Joel Mound with the ball, having to do some fancy dribbling. Wellsville is really defending closely. Reimel has the ball now. He pulled up his dribble. Over to Twellman, back to Reimel. Bo Henry out on the point. He's trying to get a play set up, and the plays just aren't coming in. Shot was no good for Reimel from three-point land. Bo Henry was underneath, dished it out to Reimel. So Wellsville back up the floor, down by 4 points. And a travel was called on Mitchell Canterbury. So Elsberry with the ball out of bounds. Reimel throws it into Mound. He gives it back to Reimel. They get the ball in deep to Bo Henry. He puts it up, and it's no good. But he gets his own rebound, falls down. Reimel picks it up, brings it around. Gladney from three-point land, no good. And Mound gets it and throws it back out to Twellman. And now Reimel with the ball, gets it to Henry again. And Henry is called for a travel. So another turnover. 3:12 to go in the first half. Score is still 20-16. Elsberry over Wellsville. Long pass almost over his head. Another long pass. And three-point shot was no good, and Elsberry comes up with the rebound. Reimel dishes it off. Twellman for three. First points of the night for Colby Twellman, and it's a three-pointer. 23-16. Wellsville with the ball, try to go in, and nothing there. They get it in deep, back out, another three-point shot, and it's good for our number one, Clayton Ebers. Not sure what all is going on there. I think they just stopped the clock to get some substitutions in. Doesn't seem to be any fouls called. Right underneath to Kyle Turnbull. Couldn't get it to drop. He was just a little bit too far under the basket. So 2 minutes to go in the first half. Wellsville with the ball, down by 4 points. Cross-court pass. Back out. Elsberry's breaking them up, but they're staying with Wellsville. And there's a block foul called on Bo Henry. That's number 2 for him. That puts Dennis Hunt on the line. No, actually, it's not. That's a foul on the floor, so it's he's not going to be shooting. It's only the 5th team foul against Elsberry. Once again, a lot of long passing here. Three-point attempt, no good. And number 30, Keaton Mays with 2 points from right underneath. Colby Twellman takes it up, no good. And it's going to be, and because it hit off of Twellman, who was already out of bounds, then it's ball goes over to Wellsville. It's their ball, and they are down by 2 points, 23-21. A little over a minute to go in the first half. Right underneath to Dennis Hunt, and he is fouled by Colby Twellman. All right, and it was not a shooting foul. They were saying 1-and-1, but that was only 16 fouls, so it shouldn't be a 1-and-1. So it's out of bounds for Wellsville. 59 seconds to go. Three-point attempt, and it's in for Clayton Ebers. That's his second three-pointer of the night. And just like that, Wellsville takes the lead for the first time tonight. And now the ball stolen away by Twellman. And he knocks it out of bounds, stays with Wellsville with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wellsville has the ball and a 1-point lead. Remember what I'd said about a precarious 9-point lead? So Wellsville with the ball. Shot was no good. Shot was no good, but he does draw the foul. That foul is on Deshaun Dodson. It's his first. That puts Jamal Mahaney on the line. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 1 for 4 now. Second shot is up, and it's good. 25-23, Wellsville. Get the ball back. Elsberry needs to get it across the line. They get it to Dodson. Kane Sadler has it now. And he is called for an offensive foul. That's Kane Sadler's first foul. So Wellsville, 12 seconds to go. Wellsville with the 2-point lead and the ball. Three-point attempt, and it's good for Dennis Hunt. And that is the end of the first half. The score is turned around now, and Wellsville has a 5-point lead, 28-23. So, we talk about the first half a little bit. Elsberry was on fire at the beginning of this game, but Wellsville came back to life here halfway through the second quarter. Put the camera on the baton twirler. So at the end of the first half, Cody Thornhill has 2 points. Eli Gladney with 2 points. Caden Kinsler with 4 points. Colby Trollman with 3 points. Kane Sadler with 2. And Jake Reimel with 10. And so then we go over to Wellsville. Like I said, they came on strong in the second half. Clayton Evers has 2 3-pointers and a field goal for 8 points. Dennis Hunt has a 3-pointer and 2 field goals for 7 points. Isaac Seabaugh has 5 points, including 1 3-pointer. Mitchell Canterbury has 2 points. Jamal Mahaney has 2 points. That's 2 free throws. And Keaton Mays has a field goal and 2 free throws for 4 points. So with the score 28, is that adding up? Yeah, 15, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 20. Yeah, that adds up. So with the score of 28-23, neither team has anybody in serious foul trouble. Caden Mays has 2 fouls. Caden Kinsler and Bo Henry each have 2 fouls. So game is not out of control by any means. But let's go ahead and take a break.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com. Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, we are back for the third quarter of this game. Elsberry has the ball. They need to start making something happen now. They can't let this game get out of control. Wellsville has a 5-point lead now. 3-point attempt by Bo Henry, no good. And Wellsville with the rebound. Wellsville gets it in. Now it's back out again. 3-point attempt, no good, and Kinsler with the rebound. Reimel takes it right up, and it went into the basket, but it's no good because it touched the equipment above the backboard, so that was out of bounds. So Wellsville with the ball and the lead. They looked at a three-pointer, decided against it, get it in deep to Mahaney. No good for a three-point shot, and Reimel with the rebound, and he's bringing it up fast. And he couldn't get the shot. 3 points for Joel Mound, no good. And Gladney just happened to be at the right spot at the right time and throws the ball away. Elsberry's just playing a little bit out of control right now. Wellsville has calmed things down, and Elsberry's going out of control. Here's Mahaney for three, no good. And now it's another three-point attempt, no good, and Bo Henry up at the rebound. Kinsler brings it up the floor. He gets it on the post to Henry. Kinsler goes up for 2 points. 28-25, Wellsville over Elsberry. Ball stolen by Jake Reimel. And he puts it up for 2. And Elsberry showing some life now. Timeout called. "30-second timeout for Wellsville."
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Okay, ball out of bounds to Wellsville, and they bring it up. No pressure at all from Elsberry. Get the ball in deep, back, push it back out. And now 3-point for Mahaney, no good. And Bo Henry with the rebound. Kinsler brings it up the floor, brings it up fast. He goes up, no good. And Wellsville brings it back now. Ball was almost stolen away. It was knocked away by Elsberry. But Wellsville got it back right underneath the Mahaney. Shot is no good, and a foul called on Bo Henry. I don't think he thought that should have been a foul. Yeah, he seemed to be set. But that's 3 fouls on Henry. Free throw is no good for Jamal Mahaney. He is 2 for 4 or 5. He's 2 for 7. 2 for 6, I'm sorry. 2 for 7 now. Reimel brings it up. He passes it back to Henry. Henry for 3. Oh, and it rims in and out. That ball was in more than it was out. That should have been at least 1 point. So 28-27 is the score. Right underneath to Keaton Mays for 2 points. 30-27. Reimel underneath, dished it off to Bo Henry underneath for 2 points. And believe it or not, that's his first 2 points of the night. Score is 30-29, 1 point lead for Wellsville. 3-point attempt, no good. And Wellsville with the rebound. Another 3-point attempt for Mahaney, no good. And Wellsville with the rebound. I don't know why they are getting all these rebounds. Underneath to Mays and another 2 points. 3-point lead. Henry gets it to Reimel. Reimel's going to take it up and in. Back to a 1 point lead for. And that ball goes out of bounds. Bo Henry broke things up and couldn't control it, but it was last touched by Wellsville. So Elsberry with the ball. 2:54 remaining in the third quarter. Elsberry with the ball down by 1 point, 32-31. Kinsler has the ball now. He dishes it out. Oh, and Joel Mound saved that one from going out. Cross-court pass was just almost out of control. And here's Gladney way down in the low post. Now Mound out on the point. Kinsler looked at a three-pointer, changed his mind, drives it in. Gladney for three, and it's good. And that gives the lead back to Elsberry, 34-32. Little over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 15-foot shot, no good, and Wellsville gets the rebound. And number 3, that was Dennis Hunt, was missing all kinds of shots from underneath. Gladney for another 3. 37-32, Elsberry back to a 5-point lead. And all of a sudden, Wellsville has gone cold from underneath. Kinsler has the ball now, brings it down. Gladney for another 3, and it's just missed. He was on the inside of the rim. But Wellsville with the ball, down by 5 points. And that ball is off of Gladney, out of bounds. So Wellsville's ball. 37-32, 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining. And a timeout called by Wellsville.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Elsberry Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, we are back for the final 1 minute and 14 seconds of this third quarter. This is Wellsville's ball underneath their own basket. They get the ball. Geez, get the camera over here. Sorry about that. And that was number 30, I believe, with another 2 points, Mays. So 37-34, 3-point lead for Elsberry. And that ball mishandled, and Wellsville comes up with it. And there was a foul called on Colby Twellman. The shot was good. That puts Dennis Hunt on the line. So 37-36, and with a free throw coming up, this could tie the game. First time at the line for Dennis Hunt tonight. Shot is good, and that ties the game. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Score tied, 37-37. And Joel Mound drives and gets 2 points. 39-37. Ball stolen out of the air by Jake Reimel. And as that ball was starting to go out of bounds, Elsberry called a timeout, even though I don't think it was going out of bounds, but they called a timeout. And so with 18.1 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's going to be Elsberry's ball out of bounds, and they have the lead, 39-37. So Gladney takes the ball out of bounds. Gets it into Sadler. Back to Gladney. And he is called for a travel. So 13 seconds to go. And Wellsville has the ball. And they bring it up. And they're going to try to tie it or go ahead by a point. Ball is up and good. I'm sorry, the shot was no good. 2 seconds. And long shot there by Jake Reimel is no good. But at the end of the 3 quarters, Elsberry back on top, 39-37.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, here we go into the final quarter of this ball game, and at least as far as regulation goes. Starting the 4th quarter. So 8 more minutes on this clock. And right now the score is 39-37, Elsberry over Wellsville. So as it's going, it's just liable to end up a close game at the end. Wellsville's ball to start this 4th quarter. And Evers has it out on the, now underneath to, who's that? Keaton Mays for 2 points. That ties the game at 39. That ball's knocked out of bounds by Wellsville. So it's Elsberry's ball. 30 seconds gone already in the 4th quarter. Jake Reimel with it on the outside. Has it again. Now Gladney. Kinsler with it on the outside now. And they're just wanting to set something up. Now Kinsler gets it back out to Gladney, over to Mound. Mound for 3, no good, and Wellsville with the rebound. And Kinsler is called for that foul, and that is his 3rd foul. It's 3rd team foul for Elsberry in the 2nd half. Wellsville has 0. They have not fouled in this 2nd half. Score is tied at 39. Wellsville with the ball. 3-point attempt, and it's good for Dennis Hunt. It's his 2nd 3-pointer of the night. 42-39. Cross-court pass to Mound, over to Reimel. Kinsler has it back out on the point now. Kinsler drives in. The shot is no good, and Wellsville gets the rebound and brings it up the floor with a 3-point lead. That's stolen by Jake Reimel, and he misses completely. And Mound gets the rebound and misses it, or his shot was blocked. So Wellsville still with a 3-point lead and the ball. Now that ball stolen out of the air by Gladney. Kinsler now has it, and he brings it up the floor, and he's going in for 2 points. 42-41, Elsberry down by 1 point. And that is number 30, Mays, for another 2 points. He got that over Bo Henry, who has to play a little bit careful with 3 fouls. Henry puts it up and in. 44-43. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this ball game, in regulation anyway. Wellsville almost throws it away, but they managed to save it. 3-point attempt, no good. And it's out of bounds off of Elsberry. Out of bounds off of Elsberry. Stays with Wellsville. And Elsberry calls a timeout.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, 4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in regulation of this game. Wellsville-Middletown is ahead 44-43, and they have the ball underneath their basket. 3-point attempt for Wellsville, and it's good. Clayton Evers for his third three-pointer tonight. 4-point lead, 47-43. Caden Kinsler drove in, but his shot was blocked. Bo Henry drove in, and it laid up on the rim for a while before it fell out. And Wellsville with the rebound. Ball bouncing around like crazy, and Bo Henry comes up with it. He gives it over to Kinsler, who brings it up the floor. 47-43, Reimel with it. Gladney has it now. Gladney over to Mound. And that is a charging foul on Jake Reimel. That's his first foul of the night. And so Wellsville, 3:16 to go in this game. Wellsville with a 4-point lead. And that ball was kicked. I believe it was Henry that kicked it. So Wellsville has the ball out of bounds. Wellsville with the ball and a 4-point lead. 3 minutes to go. Right underneath to to Mays, and he draws the foul, and that's foul number 4 on Bo Henry. Keaton Mays is on the line, and he's got 2 free throws tonight. He's 2 for 2. And he misses that one. Kinsler is up for 2 points, and he draws the foul. And that foul is on Hunt. That's his first. 4-point lead for Wellsville, 49-44, 2 minutes 49 seconds. Free throw is no good for Kinsler. Three points, no good. Boy, a lot of fighting for the ball. A lot of fighting for the ball out there. They weren't calling fouls on anybody. They were letting them play. And that's okay as long as they're going to let them play for both sides, and that's fine. So anyway, Wellsville calls a timeout to save possession for themselves. And 2:26 to go in this regulation of this game. Wellsville's ahead by 49-45, and they have the ball under their own basket. So still a lot of ball game left here. This game could go either way very easily. Get the camera over here on the cheerleaders. Cheerleaders in the student section. And they're really throwing that cheerleader way up in the air. So, it's going to be Wellsville's ball underneath their basket. And Elsberry has the possession arrow, but they also have 5 team fouls, so 2 more fouls, and Wellsville is into the single bonus. Ball kicked by Bo Henry. So it goes out of bounds again to Wellsville. And okay, that call was overturned. Originally the ball was going to Wellsville, now it's going to Elsberry. The other referee overturned the call. So Caden Kinsler brings it up. 2:17 to go in the game. Wellsville, and Kinsler's called for a travel, turns the ball over. He was being guarded very, very closely. All right, Wellsville with the ball, and they are passing it around. They're trying to eat some of this clock up. Well, Mahaney goes up. And once again, everybody's fighting for the ball. And that ball was kicked by Wellsville, so it's going to be Elsberry's ball. 1:51 to go in regulation. Elsberry behind by 4 points. And a foul called. Going to put Kinsler on the line. No, it's not. That's only the second team foul. That's fouls on Dennis Hunt. That's his second of the night. Once again, nobody in foul trouble for Wellsville. They have played a very clean game. 1:45 to go. Reimel gets the ball into Henry. He drives the line, and the ball is knocked away from him, and Wellsville comes up with it. One and a half minutes to go. And Wellsville's eating up some clock. With no shot clock, then they can do that. And that ball was kicked by Bo Henry, so it's going to go out of bounds to Wellsville. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. And Joel Mound commits a foul. And Clayton Evers comes out of the game. He's complaining about his arm. Not sure what's going on with it, but all right, Mahaney with the ball. Gets it across the line, and now, once again, Wellsville eating up some clock. And Caden Kinsler has to commit a foul to stop the clock. And that's number 4 on him. So Bo Henry and Caden Kinsler each have 4 fouls. That puts Canterbury on the line. First trip to the free throw line for Canterbury tonight. First one is up and no good. And Reimel has the ball. And he puts it up, no good, and Wellsville has the rebound. And that foul is on Jake Reimel. It's his second. That puts Canterbury back on the line for a free throw. First one is good. 5-point lead, 50-45. So 2-possession game for Wellsville over Elsberry. All right, that free throw was good, but it's not going to count because of a lane violation. So again, 5-point lead, 48.6 seconds to go. Reimel is going in hard, gives it to Bo Henry. He puts it up and no good, and Wellsville has the ball, and Reimel with the foul. That's number 3 on Reimel. And it's Isaac Seaball going to the line. It's his first trip to the line tonight. 36.8 seconds to go. 50-45, 5-point lead, still a 2-possession game. First free throw is good. 6-point lead, that's still a 2-possession game. Henry with the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Wellsville. 51-45, 34.3. Kinsler puts the ball up, no good. And he draws a foul. That was on number 24. That was on Mason Guzzi. I'm sorry, on number 25, Jamal Mahaney. That's his first. And Kinsler misses the first foul. Henry comes out of the game, and Thornhill goes in. Shot was no good. And Thornhill commits the foul in order to stop the clock. 23.2 seconds. That's the second foul on Cody Thornhill. First shot is good for Dennis Hunt. Now we got a 7-point lead for Wellsville. That's a 3-possession game. And another good free throw for Dennis Hunt. Kinsler brings it down the floor. Reimel takes it up. No good. Cannot get his own rebound. And Wellsville with the ball. 10 seconds to go. And they're just going to let the clock run out. And that is the end of the ball game. Final score, Wellsville 53, Elsberry 45. So 8-point victory for Wellsville-Middletown over the Elsberry Indians. Hard-fought game by both sides. Neither team has anything to be ashamed of in this. It's just that actually about halfway through the third quarter, about halfway through the second quarter is when Wellsville really took off. And Elsberry came out and was able to tighten it up just a little bit. But they just couldn't sustain it. All the hot shooting and everything going on in the first quarter, first part of the second quarter for Elsberry, it went away in the third and the fourth quarter, and they just couldn't maintain. So anyway, let's go over some scoring here. Cody Thornhill for the night had 2 points. Joel Mound 2 points. Eli Gladney had 8 points. 2 3-pointers and a field goal. Caden Kinsler had 4, 6, 8, 10. Caden Kinsler had 10 points. Jake Reimel had 14 points, 10 of which were in the first half. And Bo Henry had 4 points. They were all in the second half. Bo Henry had 4 fouls on him, and Caden Kinsler had 4 fouls, and Jake Reimel had 3. So foul situation was they were playing just a little bit out of control part of the night. There was at least 1 foul on Bo Henry that I don't think was a foul. But other than that, the calls were pretty fair tonight. They let them play. It was a rough game, but it didn't get out of hand. On the winning side, Wellsville, Clayton Evers had 11 points. And Dennis Hunt had 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. Isaac Seabaugh had 6 points. Mitchell Canterbury had 3 points. Jamal Mahaney only had 2 points. He missed a bunch of free throws. And Keaton Mays had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points. So Keaton Mays was the high scorer, leading scorer for the entire game. I still say the Elsberry Indians are playing better ball now, considerably better ball than what they were playing earlier in the season. It's obviously not enough. I don't believe they're going to be able to go very far into the districts, but I hope they can. I mean, I don't like being too negative about this kind of stuff. They are playing better now, but I think they got a ways to go. But either way, join us tomorrow night. Let's see. Let me look at my calendar here. Tomorrow night we are in Montgomery County. The girls' game, I'm showing it start at 6 o'clock. It'll probably start at 5:30. But either way, look for me on YouTube in the, I would say it's going to be in the 5:15 to 5:30 vicinity that the games start. So look for me then as I go live at Montgomery County for the girls' game and the boys' game. And can't tell much about what that game is going to be. I don't have Montgomery County's records in front of me. But tonight we saw victory here in Elsberry. We saw a victory for the junior varsity boys. We saw a victory for the varsity girls, and an 8-point defeat for the varsity boys tonight at Elsberry. So go ahead and close out this broadcast and say goodnight from here. So for the Excuse me. Hope I'm not getting the plague or something. Anyway, for the Indian Sports Network, this is what's left of the voice of Kenny Masterson. And I'm saying good night from Elsberry High School in Elsberry, Missouri.